Alpen Fury is Canada's Wonderland's newest coaster for the 2025 season. I got the opportunity last weekend to ride Alpen Fury over 10 times and even experience a one-in-a-kind rollback. In today's review, we are going to dive into everything about Alpen Fury and my full thoughts on this amazing new coaster. Alpen Fury is a launched roller coaster located at Canada's Wonderland in Vaughan, Ontario. Manufactured by Premier Rides, the ride opened to the public on the 12th of July 2025 and was marketed as the tallest, fastest, and longest roller coaster in Canada. It featured 9 inversions and became the park's 18th roller coaster. From the parking lot, Alpen Fury looks small compared to Leviathan, their park Giga Coaster, and Yukon Striker, their park dive coaster, which was a bit disappointing at first. But then we entered through the front gate and Alpen Fury is front and center and dominates Wonder Mountain and any other coasters nearby. Also, we get in the park at 8 a.m. that day because Amusement Insiders hosted an event called Coasters After Dark, where we got a full tour of Wonderland's maintenance shop and a few other attractions. Then, after about an hour, we got early ride time on just Alpen Fury for 9 o'clock till 10 o'clock. I got a total of 2 rides that morning, then I filmed footage for the rest of the ERT. Once you arrive in Alpen Fury's plaza, you'll be greeted with a big station building and a sign at the entrance. You can either go in the fast lane queue, single rider queue, and the regular queue. After waiting, or if you get some tickets from Amusement Insiders for Coasters After Dark, then you can arrive in the station where you need to empty everything from your pockets into a box where it will meet you at the other side of the station. After you get into your 1 to 9 rows, personally, my best rows are 6 and 8 for that raw power. After you get into your extremely comfortable Premier Rides trains, where you can have a nice lap bar and an ignorable shin guard. I didn't really mind the shin guard on it. Then, the train makes a sharp right turn out of the station where you begin your first rolling launch, where I guess you would reach 30 miles per hour, but a very punchy launch, where you then get thrown into a banked airtime hill, where you get an amazing ejector airtime moment. A few of our rides, my lap bar wasn't down fully, and I felt like I was flying on that hill. Then, after that, you enter your main launch, where I assume you hit your max speed of 71 miles per hour. And let me just say, that launch is absolutely crazy. So much acceleration. But I think I prefer Mavericks for the first part. I say first part because during our rollback, our launch was in almost a boost mode, it felt like. I'll talk about the rollback after the layout. Then, after your main launch, you fly into your inverted top hat. That counts as 2 inversions, and all I can say is you have no idea what's happening to you, and you absolutely lose your words. Then, after you twist out of your top hat, you take a very long left turn, and then fly into what feels like a 90-degree wave turn to the right. Then you pull a bunch of G's entering the 0G stall, where you reach perfect zero, then flip out of the element, and fly in past a camera which takes your on-ride photo. Then into the Skyflyer loop, amazing element. Then exit into a bunch of positive G's, and then going into the nicknamed Ice Winder roll. After that, you take 2 barrel rolls to the left, diving low, followed by a great ejector airtime hill, into a classic barrel roll, which is one of the best inversions on the ride, thus basically ending your ride on the best coaster in Canada. Now, before I get to my final thoughts of this roller coaster, let's talk about my rollback. So, for the event for Coasters After Dark, hosted by Amusement Insiders, lots of fun by the way, you should definitely check them out. We got on, it was my 6th ride of the night, and I ran into the station, got in, I think it was row 6, I think it was. We launched out, everything was normal, and then we got to the second launch, and then we made it to the top of the top hat, and then we saw the track in front of us, and we stopped. and then we went backwards, and then we stopped into the mountain for about 15 or 20 minutes. They told us they would reposition us and relaunch us. After they did all that, it was one of the craziest backwards launches I've ever done. I haven't done Top Thrill 2 or anything yet, but that launch in the mountain backwards was actually so much more surprising than you would think it is. And then we went halfway up the little airtime hill. Then, as I said earlier, this is when the launch became crazy. They had to launch us even stronger than before because we didn't have enough speed carrying as the first launch would. So we went up back on the airtime hill. I'll see if I can put a video in there. And then they launched us full power, 71 miles per hour, and we flew through the mountain. It was one of the craziest launches I've ever done on any coaster. That launch was better than Maverick. The boosted launch, absolutely so much better. I hope any of you guys could get the opportunity to do that. It was once in a while. It was amazing. Yeah. Also, quick side note, the roar on this beautiful coaster is absolutely crazy. It's better than a B&M roar. You can hear it from any part in the park. Amazing. Absolutely. This is what it sounds like. Anyways, yep, continue. Now, on to my final thoughts of this amazing coaster. I personally rate this coaster as one of my favorite. Honestly, my first ride, I was extremely disappointed. Hear me out. So, I was disappointed because it was such a short ride and everyone hyped it up so much and they said it was the best coaster. It could rival Velocicoaster, and I was like, this must be an amazing ride, right? After my first ride, I was like, wow, this was very disappointing. But I was near the front of the train, and it was like one of the first cycles in the morning, so I was pretty mad about it. But then, after we went throughout the day, we didn't ride it during the day because it was posted at a 2-hour and 30-minute line all day. Once we got into our nighttime LRT, late ride time, I got the opportunity to do row 8, which is second to last, and I was blown away from Alpen Fury. I said it was my top 5, and it is top 5 for me. I don't know exactly where, but it's up there. It's really high. That launch in row 8 at night was absolutely crazy. That made me believe that it could rival Velocicoaster. That made me believe that it was a top tier coaster. Because at first I thought Leviathan was better until that night ride. Absolutely amazing. Also, Amusement Insiders, amazing event. Couldn't do it without them. 10 rides on Alpen Fury. Amazing. But this is about the ride. I think the ride is an amazing coaster for Canada's Wonderland. It definitely is the best in Canada. It doesn't have much to rival with. Great market, amazing. They needed a good launch coaster with plenty of ejector airtime, but I don't think it has as much ejector airtime as I thought it would have. I thought it would have, like, not Steel Vengeance levels, but like Maverick, right? Maverick has a few, but they're amazing. Alpen Fury has like maybe 4 elements of pure airtime that I can think of. The rest is about positive G's, and I am not complaining because positive G's are absolutely amazing. Coming into the top hat, you're still launching on the incline. It's absolutely amazing. you get, on a chart I saw, it said 4.8 Gs. That's 4.8 times your body weight. Like, that's absolutely crazy to think about. Like, 4.8 Gs is a lot. And I felt it the next day. I was very sore. But yeah, I think it's a very fun ride. One of the best in the world. For my final score, I rate Alpen Fury 10 out of 10. I think it's a perfect coaster. The theming may not be the best, but that ride experience is absolutely amazing. I think anybody listening to this or watching this should come out to Canada's Wonderland, try out Alpen Fury, try any other coaster if you haven't been here. Amazing park, great place, best park in Canada. And check out Amusement Insiders for their Coaster After Dark event. Amazing time I had with them. It was great. Got to meet so many people. I recommend it, absolutely. That's it for today's video. Hope you like and subscribe. See you later.